Hey guys, today I want to talk about a very serious topic that was brought to my attention. I know a lot of you are in elementary school, middle school, and high school, so this kind of pertains to you guys. The topic I want to talk about today is bullying. To those who are being bullied, I want to tell you that you're not alone. There are people there who care about you, and I'm one of them. If you're being bullied and you want someone to talk to, just shoot me a message in any of my social media and I'll talk to you. I critically look down on bullying, mainly because I have lost a friend to suicide because of bullying. It was my freshman year in high school, and I remember the date I got this announcement. It was January 30th, 2012. I remember walking into school and everything was somber and quiet. No one was talking. And then I ran into one of my classmates from elementary school. She came to me crying and I wanted to know why. I was like, "What happened? What's wrong? Why are you crying? What's going on? Why is everyone looking so sad?" And then she replied, "Ira's dead." "What?" "Ira killed herself last night." And I just stood there. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable because this girl named Ira Maguya, you can search her name on Google and it'll come up. We went to elementary school together and we were friends when we were younger. And then she died. She hung herself in her bathroom. I never witnessed a death, nor have I ever had someone close to me die before. Well, that I can remember. So, when I heard the news, I was still in shock. Everyone from my elementary school who went to school with her, we were all crying, and I just stood there what? And so, because I went to a Catholic school, there was a little chapel at the side of the school. They called up all the girls, because this is an all-girls school. They called up all the girls who knew Ira to go to the chapel and discuss about her and, grieve. And then the next day, or something around then, it was the wake. And I remember walking into the funeral home, and I had my mom drop me off. I remember walking into the funeral home, and I was being lined up to see the body, and I was next in line, and from where I was standing, I could see her body because it was an open casket. I could see her body laying there, and I couldn't go. That's when I cried. I started crying because I can't believe that a girl that I've known since 4th grade is dead because of bullying. It was unbelievable. I eventually did gather the courage to go see her. I was with a few of my former elementary school classmates, and I went with him to go see the body. I met a lot of my old classmates that day, and that is not how I wanted our reunion to be like. So, yeah. That's my prime example of bullying. Another example that I would like to bring up is I was bullied. I was greatly bullied from kindergarten, probably. Yeah, kindergarten all the way to my 12th grade. Everyone would call me weird, fat. They would just make fun of my name, make fun of how I talked, because then I used to have a really high voice and it was not normal. But it was really bad. They would make fun that I was Asian, and it wasn't nice. And a lot of the time, sometimes they would like pretend to be nice to me, but then talk bad about me behind my back. It was really bad in high school because what happened is I met Issa when I was in my sophomore year of high school. Yeah, sophomore year of high school. And we've been dating ever since. And a lot of the girls in my high school thought it was a joke, thought me and Issa would never last, and thought our relationship was a joke. But because why would I, some girl who isn't as pretty as they are, find a boyfriend and like have him be my serious boyfriend? They thought like, he doesn't exist, or he's fake, or like, he's just using her. Like they made fun of me, and that hurt. And for the longest time I thought I was unlovable. And I honestly thought that I started to believe them, saying that Issa doesn't really love me. But each day, he told me that he loved me. Each and every day, whenever I had doubts and whenever I was so insecure, he would tell me how much he loved me. And here we are today, the man of my dreams, and we're gonna get married. They probably still think it's a joke. I'm just a joke to them. But that's just one of the reasons why I was bullied in high school. Another reason I was bullied in high school, again, is like how I looked and my weight, and I don't wear makeup, and I'm very plain looking, and I'll always be the first to say, yes, I am fat. But people would be so cruel and say, oh my god, she's wearing that, or look what she's wearing, like look how fat she is, like, oh, and like they would always make fun of my looks. And I remember this very clearly, and it still hurts to go back and remember this. But there was this girl named Michelle. She was in my Italian class, and I'm a very helpful person, and I was a very helpful student, so I was helping my teacher pass out papers. And I remember I accidentally touched her arm when I was passing out papers, and she recoiled away and out loud said, ew, and pulled out her sanitizer and sanitized herself because I touched her. And that hurt. It really did. Am I disgusting? It just didn't make sense. Another time, this one girl, her name was Ashley, she would say how she would talk bad about me and say that I was a bitch, and I was saying a bunch of really mean things. She would say how I look like a man and how I was ugly. And I remember one time she stole my backpack and I was trying to find it, and when I was trying to find it, she tripped me, and she was just laughing at me, and I sat there crying. I couldn't do anything because I had no backbone. I couldn't stand up for myself. And I remember every morning I would always go to the gym. I would always go to the gym and just cry because I did not want to be there. I remember, but I do remember my favorite of all teachers was my gym teacher, Coach K, and I would go to her for everything. She was like my best friend. I told her about my voice acting. I told her about the bullying. I told her about my problems. I told her about Issa. And she saw how I lit up like a Christmas tree whenever I talked about him. She was one of the few things that I liked about that high school. And then another thing that really hurt me was I love this teacher, but she also hurt me, but I still love her, was my English teacher, Sister John. I in high school I was a major crybaby, and I still am. She would scold me and say that I'm overreacting, or to like knock off the like dramatics, because she knows I'm an actress and I wasn't acting. Like, I was crying and she just blew me off. So that really hurt. But other than that, she's still a great teacher and I loved her. So let's rewind a little bit. Bullying does take a great toll on people. Because of my bullying, I have severe depression. I have anxiety, which is very common, so I'm not trying to make myself sound special. But I do suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder because of other stuff. Bullying is not just in school. It's also with family, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into all the dark stuff that happened to me in my life. But let's just say all the crap and all the hell that I've been through, bullying isn't even all of it. In 5th grade, that's when I started cutting. And 5th grade, I remember my very first suicide attempt. I tried to hang myself in the girls' bathroom. I was in 5th grade. I was 10 years old? And I wanted to die. That's how bad it was. And so my next suicide attempt was probably in 6th grade. I've had at least once from 5th grade to the end of high school. Or no, not towards the end of high school, but not really the end. I've tried pills. I've tried slitting my wrists. In high school, there was like a tall staircase. I almost jumped off of it. I would have died, but what stopped me was one of my friends, Victoria. She knocked me backwards from the staircase and basically saved my life. And then after that, it was just a repeat of wanting to like cut myself, or wanting to overdose, or just, I don't know, just trying to end it. end it all. I didn't want to die. I just wanted the hurt to stop. And then I eventually, in my junior year, my English teacher, the Sister John, saw my cuts and told someone, and I ended up in a mental hospital for 10 days. Because I didn't tell her it was because of bullying, because that time it really wasn't. It was because of some darkness in my family life, and I don't want to get into that. But I got help. I'm on antidepressants. Issa has helped me through everything. He's been there for every episode, and every time I wanted to die or just end it all, he'd sing to me and tell me that when we get older, that I would want my children to know that they have a strong mom, and I want to be that strong mom. And he would just sing to me, and I'd be okay. I wanted you guys to know this story because everyone suffers inside. And if you're being bullied, don't end it all. Don't. Because I wanted to, but look where I am now. I'm happy. I have a boyfriend who loves me. I have you guys. And I have great, amazing friends. So please, if you guys are losing hope, don't. Because there are people here that love and care for you. And I'll always be one of them. So just please, hang in there, okay? You're not alone. Let's stop bullying. Okay? Because bullying just hurts. And it kills. So please, stay miraculous and be someone's light of hope.